you were to ask me, hey, you want to play Pokemon? No. Why? Because I don't know how. You don't know. I just collect. I just have a shit ton of cards.
Welcome to the Alpha Primos podcast, the show where we talk about anything and everything from pro Smash players to down to Smash cosplayers. Hey,
yes.
I'm Juan Solo.
Yes.
Welcome
and
back.
I'm your boy, Paco. What's going on, y'all?
What up? I'm down to smash JJ. I don't
Down to smash your own self? I would hope so. That's real confident of yourself.
I'd fuck me.
Yeah.
Fuck me hard. Goodbye, horses.
Guess what I'm doing later? What? Fucking myself. It's a good idea.
Yep. And speaking of being down to smash, our fans, aka the true alphas, we're always down to do anything. And other people.
And that's what their profile says, yes.
Yep. At least that's what I'm assuming. If I'm wrong, well then let me know. But yes, we did get some comments on our Alien Romulus review. So
Nice.
Let us
Number
take
one
a
review in the
moment.
nation.
Yes. Let us take this moment to acknowledge these opinions. All right. First up, we have The Bad Habits, who said, had a blast with Alien Romulus. Even did a review on it myself. I'm still early on this video, so I'm curious how the Primos feel about it. Well, let's hope that you did finish it, because you would see that we pretty much agree. We enjoyed the movie as well.
That's always our goal. We want you to finish, even if we don't.
Yes, because if it's one thing that we're pros at, it's always bringing everything to completion.
But
And I hope that joke doesn't ages well. Because I don't want it to be that later they're gonna be like, hey, where the hell's this episode you promised us? And it's like, we're working on it.
We're working on it. Because we're completing it.
Yeah. We were too
had
busy
to edge
editing.
ourselves first.
We're gooning. Is that what the kids do these days? I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, they call it gooning now. It's
gooning.
edgy.
Okay.
It's just edgy.
Yeah.
Kids and their
I'm
fancy
steal that
words.
joke, the Goonie tunes.
Jesus.
Oh man, is it too late to change my fantasy name?
You took that from me too. That's what I'm gonna do.
But yeah, I think it was the Sleepy Cast podcast guys that did that joke. So,
Goonie Tunes.
yeah, the Goonie tunes. Yeah,
I need to write some of these
what's
down. I missed out on the Rizzler and the Rizzer of Oz.
The Rizzer of
Wizards
Oz.
of Waverly Place. Oh man. Oh, those are great. All right.
Rizm with the tism.
You got the tism.
I mean, maybe. Every time I see one of those TikToks or one of those memes that's going through some of the signs of autism, I'm like, dog, I think I might have it.
Yeah,
I
just
might be on the spectrum.
yeah, just a little bit of the spectrum, a little bit of the AT&T.
Yeah.
All right, and we did get another comment from our boy Jojira.
Jojira, the only consistent thing in my life besides weight gain.
All right, so here's what Jojira had to say. He said, as a Star Trek fan, this movie was a disappointment. Not once did they ever go to Romulus or even see a Romulan. Not sure about any Romulan ships since they can cloak. Also, dude, I remember Teen Angel.
Yes. I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone.
So yeah, it wasn't It wasn't a what do they call it? Like those like fever dreams or whatever.
Was it part
Yeah.
of the Mandela effect, like
Yeah.
Sinbad?
Oh, the movie
No,
Yes, the
Kazam.
movie
no,
that's fucking
Sinbad was
real.
real. It's Kazam.
He's not real to me now. Now he tried to deny it. He's not real anymore.
Oh man. But yes. But as always, let us know what you all think in the comments, and we'll be sure to read them in the next episode or a future episode if we get back to it.
Sure, we will.
Once. Mhm.
I did find out fun fact about that apparently Ripley was on the ship.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently I it came across my fucking TikTok that Ripley her ship was actually there. Like apparently you can see it when they're panning across it. You can see her ship. So she was on the ship. She was there too. Yeah, fun fact.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So it all ties together.
All right, I'll take their word for it.
Yeah, I'll believe
Yeah.
in that.
I wasn't looking that
Like,
hard.
yeah, it's not like like I think we even established in our own review that like we aren't like hardcore like alien like
Watch it for the
fans. We're
entertainment
not-
value.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, yeah, because there is like some deep lore with these
Which
things.
I didn't
especially
know.
on,
There's
like,
a lot of deep lore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
the xenomorphs alone. Yeah, there's a lot.
They're fucking Again, we always said they were terrifying, and every time one of the most terrifying images is a xenomorph with a lightsaber. Shit, it's, every time I see that, like, man, y'all are really doing too much.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So, speaking of doing too much, we did a lot this past weekend.
Yeah, we did. We did.
But yeah, we all met up in San Antonio.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a day out in the town.
You know, before we get into like everything we did, I asked Paco this, and now I'm gonna ask you, Juan. Okay. When you're packing for a trip, do you, like me, start packing even if it's just for like a day, and the intrusive thought enters your head? What if I shit myself? Better take more underwear.
Yeah. I every single yeah.
See?
Yeah, that okay. I just wanted to make sure because that even though I was only gone for a day, really, and it only takes me like an hour to get back home from San Antonio, I was like, no, I'm packing like 3 pairs of underwear.
Yeah.
3 pairs of socks.
Yeah, I packed. I packed an extra pair of calzones, extra pair of socks, had an extra shirt and set of shorts just in case. You never know. Yeah, you never know.
But just so that people know, like, I don't shit myself on a regular basis. This isn't.
There's sometimes there's an emergency, not necessarily shitting yourself, but what if something else happens and like, fuck, I need it. I'm pretty simple. I just wear shorts and t-shirts all the fucking time. So for me, the packing's easy. I don't wear nothing.
I got like 3 outfits that I rotate constantly. And that's about it.
Yeah,
black and gray tees.
Can't remember the last time I peed or shat myself, so it had to have been when I was a child. And I'm still one of those like rare people that like I've gotten blackout drunk, but I've never puked. Like my record is still clear.
I am not one of those people. I have blacked out, puked, and God knows what else I've done. That's why I don't do that shit no more. Because whatever the fuck happened those last times, I still don't know. There's still
that's why I
spaces.
banned. Yeah, I banned Everclear from my. I did it that one time, and I was like, never again.
Everclear is to make tinctures and shit. You're not supposed to drink Everclear. Everclear is a fucking solvent.
That's for like witchcraft. It's to like ward off demons and evil spirits.
We did make an Everclear watermelon once. That was a bad idea.
I think anything involving Everclear is just bad.
Me and Alfred
No good will ever come from
unless you're stripping the paint off a boat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure it'll do wonders for that. Yeah.
But me and Alfred got drunk off the fruit at the bottom of like the jungle juice. Like
yeah.
that was not a fun drunk experience.
Man, I haven't had jungle juice since my days at community college.
It was weird. It had a delayed effect. Like, you know how like when you take shots, you don't feel the shot for like another half hour or so?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Only like 30 to 40 minutes later. Like, we had time to go get McDonald's and shit.
Sweet Jesus.
No. But yes, so we went up to San Antonio because it's fair to say for me and Paco, not so much you, Jay, that there really isn't much for us to do. So when we go to San Antonio, like we will list the things that we did, and to people living in a big city or around a big city, you'll be like, "That's a Wednesday afternoon for me," and it's like, yeah well, for us,
it's fucking sanctuary.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour drive.
Well, no, like some of the stuff we did was still cool. I was sending pictures to Mark and Maggie of one of the things we did, and they were like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. Like, that's dope as hell."
Was it the Transformer?
No, it was above the Transformer.
Oh yeah, those are cool too.
Well, now I'm drawing a blank. What was above it?
the
Gremlins.
Yeah, they had gremlins.
Right,
at the
yeah,
shop.
the Mogwais.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember now. Yes.
Yeah. No. Whenever we,
I can send you the picture so you can put it on there.
Because there ain't much for us to do here. Like when we go to San Antonio, we leave not always early in the morning, but we'll leave pretty early. That way we can take advantage of the whole day. Yeah. Mainly just go buy shit that we just don't have access to here. Yeah, we got Amazon and stuff, but I like to sometimes go there and see it in person and buy it in person.
Oh yeah, sometimes it's like you didn't even know that it existed. Like I didn't know they made Gundams that big. I want that big ass Gundam.
Yeah. About to spend one of my paychecks on those motherfuckers.
What was the name of that comic shop? Was it Alien World or
Alien Worlds?
Alien Worlds.
Yes, Alien Worlds.
If you're in San Antonio, Alien Worlds. It's I mean, they have several comic shops, but that one's a new one that we went to. Very nice.
Yeah, I had never been to it before.
Yeah, I know. Oh, that's the.
Like, all right.
Like, the hell's going on? Sorry, listeners. Me and Paco were in a fantasy football league, and the draft has begun.
And neither one of us really watches sports. I watch football, but I have no idea what's going on most of the time. I'm like, yeah. That's like, I'm like, all right, let's go. I don't know. I'm not as well versed in it as everybody else in our family, and most of my friends, they're all big time sports guys. I'm just like, oh, I know who that guy is. I've seen that guy. I know who that guy is. I know the basics. That's as far as I go. I don't know anything about like, oh, why this guy has 12 points and blah. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what that means. He looks cool. That's who I'm going to draft.
And so the reason like I kind of joined this one was because when Mark came up with the idea for the sports show for the Mexicans, he wanted me like kind of as a backup, I guess, because at that time I don't think we had Gertz confirmed or anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, if you do a fantasy league, that could like trick my brain because it'll make it like fun for me to actually watch the game and like pay attention to it. Because like I'll go to a bar and watch a game, but I don't know. I don't give a shit. Like I got no skin in the game, so I don't care. But I did zero preparation for that league, and so I just drafted people whose name starts with J. And then I realized, like, oh, I don't have like a competent team. Like, I got 9 kickers. So So in this one, I'm just having the computer, like, it has an auto pick function. I'm doing that, and then I'll at least have players to follow when we watch the game. Like,
When you, yeah.
Contrary, I don't know much about sports, but I do enjoy going to sports games. I do enjoy going to football games, soccer games. I used to go to baseball a lot when I was a kid because at the time I lived in Fort Worth, so I've been a Rangers fan ever since I was a kid, and my dad would take me to games all the time. Because to be honest, baseball tickets were always pretty cheap. Baseball tickets, you could always get baseball tickets really cheap, and you could get them that day. And you could just go to a game, watch the game for a little bit, and then we leave. So I do watch that. I like going to sporting events when they're on TV. It's a different story. If I'm with somebody, like once football season starts, my family, at least me and my parents, we'll like because of we get the Mexican channels. We'll get a channel that it shows bits and pieces of every game that's going on. It'll just show it'll show a couple of minutes from this game, and then it'll switch over to another one, and switch over to another, and that's just what we watch literally all Sunday. That's what we're watching, and also it's an excuse to make more carne asadas. That's the other great thing about it.
Yeah. But anyway, back to the San Antonio trip. Yeah, we went to a comic shop. We went to a cool comic shop.
It was a very cool comic shop.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, we should talk about the Optimus Prime because you mentioned it already.
Yeah,
big ass. Well, it's not huge, but it is a cool ass Optimus Prime sculpture.
Well, yeah, I didn't take a picture of the one that they had like on the display that was on top of like all the statues that they had.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I wasn't talking about that one.
No, I was talking. Yeah, the one that was in front of the Gremlins. Oh yeah, I got a picture of that one.
All right, yeah.
It's like a metal sculpture or something. Yeah.
Yeah, like, it's made of like car parts. So it was it's basically to describe it to people. It's like a human sized. I mean, it's fair to say it was maybe like a 6 feet. Yeah, so it's probably like a 6-7 foot tall thing, and it was made of like car parts, but it was sculpted and painted to look exactly like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I can send you the picture so you can edit it on the video. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You got that? All right.
I got a picture of that. And behind him, there were 3 gremlins. 3 transformed mogwais. And Mark really loves the movie Gremlins, as do I. And so I sent him a picture of that, and he was like, fucking buy him, dude. Get him. But I didn't have money, so I didn't buy them.
Yeah. No, they were pretty expensive, too. Like,
did you see how much they were? Because I didn't even check. I was like, no, that's out of my price range.
They had the sticker on there. I don't remember the price, but I remember seeing it and going like, oh, dang, all right. But I don't remember the price. The one that I do remember was they had Yoda's lightsaber, like a professional, like legit lightsaber. I guess this is the closest you could get to like a realistic lightsaber. I guess is the. I'm not sure what the word is, but it's definitely like for like collectors and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was something like $230 for that lightsaber. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm starting to doubt that the price on the Gundam was accurate.
How much was the Gundam? I didn't even see the price.
Well, it had like a little post-it under it that I thought was the price because it had a dollar sign and everything, but it was only like $150, and I was like, that seems kind of cheap for a Gundam of that size. Yeah, like it was a pretty big Gundam. I don't know the grade or anything, but like the little ones that I have are $30, and that box is tiny, like compared to the one that was up there. Like, well, no, that one was 9, but yeah, like the other thing that I saw that made me go like, oh damn, this is way more than I thought it would be. There's this board game called Axes and Allies.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah, it's Risk, or like it's kind of like Risk. If you like Risk, it's the same vibe. It's just a little more involved, like a little more nerdier, I guess. But they had like this big 40th anniversary edition. And I know for a while Mark well, when we were in high school, Mark was looking for it because he had Risk and he really liked Risk, and we went to UIL events and we would all play Risk. So when one of the teachers from like another school saw us playing, he's like, "Have you guys ever heard of Axis and Allies? It's like this but better." So since then, it was like this rumored mythical game that we could never find in Eagle Pass. And so when I saw that big ass 40th edition version, I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I saw the price, I was like, "Whew." Because
yeah, I do think the price is what stops people from getting into certain like fandoms like Warhammer and stuff like that. It's an expensive bar to like enter.
well,
I think. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say when we were in line waiting for Lily to pay, I mentioned to Juan like, "Oh, they have Lorcana cards here." And Lorcana is like Disney's version of Magic the Gathering. It's just a card game with Disney characters, and it's fairly new. Like I think it came out like last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So like it'd be pretty easy to jump on and get into it right now. But at the same time, like, man, I'm gonna be spending like $300 a month on cards, and and then I might not even find anyone here to play with, like, because there's not.
That's what I was about to say. Like Lorcana is, I haven't seen too much like activity for it, but maybe it's just because of where we live and our area. Maybe in other places it is a lot bigger.
Some of the comic shops push it, but again, I'm the same. I don't know who's playing it. They say there's a lot of people playing it. I'm like, are you sure about that? I don't hear nothing or know anybody locally that plays that. And with like Warhammer and those kinds of games, the thing about that is not only is it expensive to get into, but it's all like, at least to me, it seems like a lot to learn in such a short amount of time if you want to play. But and also sometimes it depends on who you find who will play with you. Because I'm sorry, but some of these dudes are such assholes about certain games. And same thing with Magic and even Yu-Gi-Oh. Some of them Yu-Gi-Oh dudes can be dicks. I'm like, damn man, you ain't gonna be like that. But I would imagine it's the same with things like Warhammer. But I know there's people that are just like into the figurines. They like to paint the figurines and do their own things. Which I was like, see, that's probably what I would want to do more than anything. Like, I mean, I have a shit ton of Pokemon cards. I don't know how to fucking play Pokemon, but I have a shit ton of cards. I don't know how to fucking play. If you were to ask me, hey, you want to play Pokemon? No. Why? Because I don't know how. You don't know. I just collect. I just have a shit ton of cards. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how the energy or any of that shit works. I don't know. Like, I just think they're really pretty to be to be totally honest. Like,
that's totally fine. Like with some card games, it's like it's totally fine to just be into the collecting aspect of it. Like, but for some reason, like with Yu-Gi-Oh, not so much. I feel like maybe because the art isn't as dynamic as it can be with like others. They don't have as like there's a specific down to a science Yu-Gi-Oh style, right? Like for the cards. Whereas Magic will be like, oh, we don't fucking care. Let's hire this guy that did concept art for I don't know, some Hellraiser movie. I don't know if that's actually true, but they get a bunch of guest artists and they have variants of the cards that are done
some
in
of those
different
cards
styles.
are really fucking cool looking in Magic. They got some cool, and they're like basic cards. Like, oh, you like that? Yes, it's fucking cool as shit. Are you seeing this? Like, but I mean, I think it's the same thing with the Pokemon cards too. Like, there's a lot of different like illustrators, and those are really great. I like what they do with the Pokemon cards because they have some really cool designs and variations. Like, I have like there's a trade night that goes on here, and in my little binder, I don't trade because I don't know how to negotiate, So I'm like, yeah, I have that card, like, and I just started up again since high school. So most of the people that I go to the trade night, they've been doing this since they were, same age as I was back in the day. They just never stopped. And so they have this massive collection. I'm like, dude, I don't know what you want to trade me for. You already got everything that I got. And like a couple of pages in my binder is nothing but like the Growlithe Pokemon because he's my favorite. Like, and there's all these different little variations of it. And he was like, why do you have all of these? Because they look cool. Like, look at him. He's a tiger puppy. Like, do you not like tigers and puppies? Like, that's what I like.
These are two cool animals put together.
Yeah, like they put them together.
Yeah. But cool comic shop. Yeah, check out Alien Worlds if you've already been to every other comic shop in San Antonio and you find yourself on the north side. Check out Alien Worlds.
At Fist of the North Star Mall.
It's close to Fist of the North Star Mall, but it's not in Fist of the North Star.
I do that one because the one that we always went to was Dragon's Lair.
Yeah,
because I really like Dragon's Lair, but that one's now like gonna add to the list. I know now that one's gonna be added to the list.
They did have a lot of stuff for how like small it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even had a wide variety of stuff. I mean, they had board games, figures, comic books, right? Like, we got so caught up in all this other stuff that it's like, did they even have comic books? Yes, they had comic books. Pop figures, plushies, you name it. Like, it was just like if it was.
They even had like 4 game tables set up for different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they had some there.
And they had Warhammer.
Yeah, they had 2 tables and there were these 2 guys playing Warhammer when we went, right?
Yeah.
Both tables were being used.
Yeah.
And there were some kids playing.
I think it was Pokemon.
Was it Pokemon? Yeah, I didn't see what game they were playing, but it was a card game.
Yeah. And but yeah, no. And yeah, they got a wide range of stuff in such a small store.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. We also went to an actual bookstore, not a comic book store. But yeah, that was just Barnes and Nobles.
Yeah, and I bought this book, and it cost me half my rent. No, it was a little more expensive than I thought it would be, but I'm hoping it's good. The cover looks cool. Cover looks dope. So.
Wow, Sons of El Rey.
Yeah. So I haven't gotten a chance to read it, but I will, and I will review it eventually.
Yeah, and I bought a new Battle Royale manga. So I'm not sure how familiar people are with Battle Royale, but it was a manga. And, when you think of a Battle Royale video game, it gets the name from this manga.
Yeah.
And they eventually turned it into a movie. And
called The Hunger Games, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Don't you disrespect Battle Royale like that. Don't you disrespect Go-Go.
I do love
Go-Go. And so it's another one. And I'm trying to look up the title because I don't have the book on me. It's in the other room. But I was like, wait a minute, what? Like, they brought it back? And yeah, it's called Battle Royale Enforcers.
I knew it was an E word, and I kept wanting to say extraction, but that's just because that's the new genre of battle royales, the extraction shooters. Yeah. I thought it'd be funny.
So I'll definitely read it, and I'll see how it is, only because I'm a little skeptical on it. I'll say that much, but I'm willing to read it, and maybe if possible, if I have enough to say on it, I wouldn't mind also doing like a little review here on the channel. If there is an interest in it, or if I just feel like talking about it, I'm going to talk about it anyway, whether there's interest or not. So
All right. Yeah, I won't stop you. Oh, should we tell the people where we ate, where we had breakfast? Because that place was cool.
Oh, that was a great place to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we waited in line for it. That's how popular
Waited
this
a
place is.
long time in line for it too.
There was a
Yeah.
line, and we're like, but you know what? We're hungry. We're willing to wait it out. So we did, and we ate at the Bear. Yes, the Bear, the one from the TV show.
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Wait, what's that? It's a different bear. There's more than one bear.
Yes, there is.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'll stop fucking around. Well, it's Black Bear, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah,
Like a
Black Bear.
Black Bear Diner.
Black Bear Diner. Yeah.
Yeah, that place was really good.
Worth the money because they fill your fucking plate up.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, like
so it doesn't matter what you order, you're gonna get a lot of it, and it was A1. It was so good.
My meal. I ordered the Grizz, which is like their big breakfast platter.
Like their sampler almost.
Yeah, yeah. It has like every breakfast meat. Like I got 2 sausage links, 2 strips of bacon, and like a slab of ham. And hash browns, and I think they say 3 eggs, but like I got it scrambled, so I can't tell. And 2 pancakes. I didn't think I was gonna finish it. Like, to be honest with you, when that plate showed up, I was like, "Fuck, I messed up." Like, I am having 1 pancake and like half of these eggs and all of the hash browns. But I ended up finishing it all. Really, really tasty. Like,
yeah.
I don't know what the hell they do to those pancakes, but they were like pre-sweetened.
My go-to whenever something tastes really good, and it's like, man, I don't know what. My go-to is always like, oh, they put cocaine in it.
Obviously.
Yeah.
They
No other
some
explanation.
crack on it.
There's cocaine in it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I only ended up paying like $25 with a tip, like everything all included.
Yeah. I mean, I was paying for me and Lily, and I want to say it came out to like $30 something when I paid. So I guess you could say it was like $15 a plate, maybe. But I left the tip as well, so maybe it was even less.
Yeah.
It was closer to like $12 a plate. But yeah, it's a really cool place. They even have a little like gift shop area, like at the entrance, where they had like little bear plushies and bear paw like slippers that I wanted, but I did not buy.
Yeah, they look like the Homer slippers.
Yeah, big ones. And I can't get over the fact that like their menu is made to look like a newspaper. I thought that was just such a clever idea.
Yeah. They have a bunch of locations now. So if you see one opening up near you, we recommend. Highest approval.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're like primarily. Derek said they were primarily like a Colorado thing, right?
Yeah, well, I think they started in California, but I think they're primarily in Colorado. That chicken fried steak, though.
Oh yeah,
that's what I
got the chicken fried steak omelet. I didn't know you could do that. I was like, I don't have one of those.
No, yeah, me and Lily ordered the same thing, and it was the chicken fried steak with like eggs and hash browns, and yeah, it was really good. I didn't finish mine, but holy shit, it was amazing. And the biscuit, we haven't talked about that.
Oh yeah,
the biscuit as big as your head.
It's huge.
Yeah, when that came on my plate, I was like, "What the fuck is that?" Oh, that's a fucking biscuit. Holy shit!
It's like someone like just chopped a loaf of bread
in half
into thirds.
It's like they tried to make a bread bowl but forgot to dig out like the inside. Like
All the
that
bread of
thing
It's huge.
If you wait a day, you could probably beat someone with it because it.
But no, yeah.
I
Yeah,
also
no,
took a picture of my plate, so I can send you that.
I think I took a picture of mine as well, so
But yeah,
definitely
like,
have.
also the coffee was really good. They didn't have cold brew. That was the one thing that saddened me. Because I wanted a cold brew to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. But yes, all of that was fun. Where else did we go?
The food truck park the night before.
Yeah.
Right.
1604 food truck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place was cool as hell. I liked it a lot. Reminded me of the Austin of old.
Yeah, and they serve beer too. I don't see that at a lot of food parks.
Yeah.
You can get beer.
So the only other place I've seen it, but granted I don't go to a lot of food truck parks anymore. Was they opened one by my first apartment where they had like a bunch of barbecue food trucks, but you could get beer there. Like one of them was just serving drinks, which was I thought was really cool. Food I had there was also good. I forgot what it was called. I could try to look it up, but it's like the Cedar Park food park. But no, this one 1604, Cantina food truck park.
Yeah, the
was
1604 Cantina food truck.
Yeah, that place was cool as hell. They had a DJ.
Yeah.
Tons of food trucks. Pago, you ended up getting a Puerto Rican food, right? Like, what'd you get?
Yeah, but I only was able to get like 2 things just because they were pretty much sold out. Well, we got there kind of late.
Yeah.
So almost everything was sold out. So we didn't get a chance to really try a lot of stuff. But I've never eaten Puerto Rican food before, and so I was like, you know what, Puerto Rican truck, that's where I'm going. I had an empanada and some kind of like kebab, and they were both really, really good. And they didn't have like regular drinks; they had like Puerto Rican drinks. And one of them, they're like, "Do you like sweet stuff?" I was like, "Sir, I'm diabetic and obese. Of course, I like sweet stuff." And the one that I got, it was in a red can. It was like, I think it was like cola champagne or something like that. But it was like a sweeter Big Red. And if you have Big Red, that shit's already sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweeter than that, and it was really fucking good. I'm like, I went numb. I was like, "Yep, here comes the diabetic shock." It was totally worth it. But I was gonna get a funnel cake, and the fucking funnel cake truck closed. I was like, you know what? That's probably universe telling me, no more, bro. No more.
I didn't know it was a funnel cake truck. I saw it like when we came in. It was the farthest one, and I was like, what cakes is that? I'll check it out later. I went to go get a beer first.
Yeah.
and a mango margarita. So there was a bit of a line when I got there. There were like 3 people ahead of me or something. And when I got there, a lady was already ordering, and she got her drinks, and she starts walking away, and she takes a sip, and she goes, "Woo!" And I'm like, "What'd you get? Mango margarita? All right, that's what I'm getting.
That's what I'm getting.
That's the one I want." It was really good, pretty strong. And then I also just got like a Shiner, because I didn't want to get back in line.
Yep,
that's fair.
Yeah. And I wasn't too hungry when we got there, so I was like, I'm gonna get something small, something that's not gonna, fill me up too heavy. So I thought they had a little pizza truck there, so I was like, I'll get me a slice of pizza. Little did I know that slice of pizza was actually like a half of a medium pizza.
Yeah.
Like, they hooked it up. It was a big ass slice. And it was also very, very good. I wish I remembered the name of the truck, but if you're,
I could probably find it because I'm on the website. I think
okay.
it was Cole's Kitchen.
Okay, that's probably it. But yeah, really tasty. Also the cashier that was ringing me up seemed super nice, super chill. She was pretty. She was the goth girl of my dreams. I'm going back tomorrow, is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, and the Puerto Rican place that Paco, it's called
Pinchito, I think.
Yes, Pinchito.
Yeah, it was really good. The people there were really nice too. As soon as I walked up, she's like, "We're almost sold out of everything, but I'll tell you what we have." I was like, "That's good enough for me."
All right.
And like I said, there wasn't much left, so I was like, "Sweet."
I won't say the place I ate at only because I'm gonna leave a bad review. So I won't say.
Yeah.
I will say that this is all I will say, so I can be as vague as possible. We got there, like as Paco mentioned, we got there kind of late. A lot of stuff was already sold out, but it wasn't that busy anymore because it was already so late. We got there maybe like an hour and 30 minutes prior to when the food park closed. So we spent the first 30 minutes just walking around looking to see, well, what should we eat? What do they have? Because we had never been there before.
Yeah.
So then me and Lily decided, all right, we're going to eat here. And we put in the order. We go and we sit down with you guys. And then it took 50 fucking minutes for us to get our food. The food park closed by the time we got our food. So that is why it was very bad. It is one of those where I just don't understand why, if they were so backed up on orders, they don't give a heads up saying, like, hey, we're kind of backed up. You can order, but just know it's going to take a while. Because if we had known that, we would have gone somewhere else because they were already closing.
Yeah.
And it's not, obviously it's not their fault, right? It's a popular place, I'm assuming, if everyone's going there. But yeah, so really bad, hated it, didn't like it. However, the food was good. So I will not knock the food. I will knock the damn service. I just think they should have just given a heads up. That's it. Like, listen, that's it. Yeah, even just when ordering, they had just said, like, it's gonna be a while. Think kind of like when you go to a restaurant, if you're gonna sit down, and they tell you, hey, we're looking at an hour plus wait. Like, you want to put you on the list, or what's up? I think they should have done something similar here.
Yeah, because when you were like, I worked in the industry before. Like, now I'm like, you know what? If we're here late and it's gonna take too long, bro, just tell me and I'll go somewhere else. Because I don't want you to have to stay too fucking late. Or if you've already cleaned something, like, just tell me, no, hey man, like, we don't have that anymore, or we just cleaned that. Like, all right, cool, I'll order something else. That's perfectly fine. I get it. I know what it's like back there. Nah, I'm good. And especially in food truck parks and stuff, such limited space, cleaning can be a bitch sometimes. Just say, hey, bro, we can't take any more orders because we're too backed up and we won't get your order out in time.
Because I remember when you were still living here, Paco. I think it was like maybe your second year here in Austin. We went to Eastside Kings when it was still just a food truck.
God, I love that place.
Yeah, it's really good. Check it out if you're in Austin.
Yeah,
it's a proper restaurant now, and I think they still have a food truck somewhere, but I just haven't been.
I thought it was still behind Liberty Bar.
No, it's a different. It's a different food truck now. If there's even a food truck, I know we went there recently, but I don't remember if they had.
Yeah, there was a food truck there. I don't know what it was. We were all pretty hammered by that point, but there was food. I know there was. I know there was food.
We went to Liberty Bar and we ordered food, but when we went to go order, the guy clearly told me, he's like, hey, look, dude, just so you know, like, normally we have a double fryer, but like half of it's on the fritz. So we have a single fryer, and like all of our menu is fried.
Yeah, it's working overtime right now.
Yeah, so it's like, so he let me know ahead of time, like, "Look, just so you know, it's gonna be a while." But like, we still had time. The bars weren't closing for like another 2-3 hours. We were okay,
Yeah,
and we got our food, and it was delicious. And I love East Side Kings to this day.
yeah. We went to the restaurant proper. It's over there off of Lamar.
Yeah,
The place is still just as good.
yeah.
Still just as good. I missed that one sandwich place that we used to go to when I first moved there. Hey, you gonna eat or what?
I was
Yes.
about to ask about that one.
I
I was
miss that place so much. He had the best sandwiches. And I
Yeah.
remember I remember he was over there by Hop Dotty on Congress.
Mm,
He was over there in that area for a little while, and then he moved over to the food truck park that's by Barton Springs, and he was there for a little while because I took everybody there.
yeah.
Anytime anybody came to visit or come to hang out, don't care where they're from, like we're going to, hey, you gonna eat or what? Because it was always like it was never disappointing ever. And then he was gone, and he didn't. I don't think he really had social media. I think he just had Facebook at the time, I think. But he would
Yeah.
post where he moved. He ended up moving to another food truck park. I think over there off of 360, I think is where it was. Or
Yeah.
it could have been
Yeah.
farther up north. I don't remember. I think it was over off of 360.
I think it
And
was off
then
360, but like on the south end of it.
yeah, and then after that, I don't know what happened. I think he was gonna open like a brick and mortar, and then I just think he didn't want to do it anymore.
Mm.
Um, so I don't know. I just don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. Like, yeah, I was trying to, when I moved here like proper and had my first apartment, I was like, I need to find out if this man is still here. Like,
Yeah,
but the last I saw was, yeah, the 360 highway or whatever. But when I would go on Google, like on Google Maps to
yeah,
see uh if it was still there or not, it told me that like, no, like there's not even a food truck park there. And that was like the last update. So I was like, well, I don't know. I don't know where he is. And at the time I was living so far up north, and I was like, it's kind of not even worth it for me to go down there, all the way down there, and for just to not find anything, right? Like if there's not even a food truck park there, which is what Google Maps was telling me, then like what in the fuck? Like
yeah,
now where do I
Yeah,
go?
like yeah, and yeah, and I was gonna ask you about that. Like, whatever happened to that one? Is it even still up and running? But yeah, because I missed that Monte Cristo sandwich. But
God,
yeah,
that Monte
funny
Cristo.
enough, I looked it up right now, and someone on Reddit 7 years ago asked, "Did what happened to it?" And the top post is linked to their Twitter account, and their Twitter account says, "Sadly, we are closed. Our future is up in the air right now. Our triumphant return will be as a brick and mortar or not at all." And this was posted May 15, 2017.
Dang.
So,
Yeah, it's been years.
yeah.
And
So thank you, Rubateki, for sharing that on Reddit.
5 years ago,
Yeah,
we're
7 years
catching
ago,
up.
but yes.
And
But
the
mhm.
crux of all this means if you guys are ever in Austin and you needed recommendations, come to us because all we do is eat when we're out there.
Mhm.
We go
yeah.
to every restaurant, every food truck. I'll give it a shot. Fuck it, I don't care.
Mhm.
I can tell you anywhere to go. And I felt bad too because when Christina came here or Uchiha came here, I didn't take her to any of those places. Like I was like, you got to go to Whataburger, bro, just because she's from California. I was like, I knew she was gonna
Well,
hate it. I knew she was gonna
a,
hate it. Like it's
yeah.
fair because it's not the same as it used to be. But
Well,
like, I really didn't know where else to take her.
a lot changed like after COVID, because like nothing that we would go to when we went out Paco that would open late stays open late anymore. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
Magnolia, I don't think stays open 24 hours anymore.
Nope.
Kirby Lane doesn't stay open 24 hours anymore. I can The only pizza place that stays open late is, I think, the one that's on Red River. It's not a
Not Hoboken. It's not death metal. Not
Brooklyn?
Rapolos.
Is
Huh?
it? It might be Brooklyn Pie Company.
Maybe because I think it was something different when I was out there. Because the ones that I always used to go to on Six were always either Rapolos or Death Metal.
Yeah, but like, there's
Um,
not a lot. The point is, there's not a lot that stays open 24 hours anymore, or like past 11, really. So it's hard to take someone out when, especially if we were like that time, we were out till like what, 1
Yeah,
a.m.
we were out.
We were out
We were
pretty
out.
late, and it was like, I don't
Mhm.
there ain't shit that's open anymore. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame that more places don't stay open. I feel like that's where the money is, but what do I know?
well, places like Austin, yeah, the money's there just because there's a lot of bars. There's a lot of nightlife. You know,
mm,
that's one thing I do hate about living here is that sometimes when I have those late night cravings, there's nowhere I can go.
There's nowhere here.
Everything's I gotta
Yeah.
cook because everything's
No,
yeah,
fucking
the
closed.
only thing that's open here when the bars close at like 2 is Whataburger, and the line stretches out all the way to the Coles.
or
Yeah, to the
yeah.
Coles or to the road. Sometimes I'm like, dude, I
Mhm.
ain't got time for that shit. Well, Taco Palenque
And
is now 24 hours, isn't it?
24-hour, yeah. And
And
the
I,
Jack in the Box, it's open late, but it's not 24 hours.
it's not 24 because it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it is because one time I was working at the bar, I was actually able to go there, but I think it's only open 24 hours. I think maybe Fridays and Saturdays.
Like, yeah, it's only for the weekend
Yeah, I think
that
it's the
it's
only time
open.
it's
But I
open.
wasn't sure if it was 24 hours or just open late.
What about the Denny's? Our
But
Denny's isn't 24 hours either.
oh, the Denny's is 24 hours, I
Yeah,
believe.
Denny's is 24 hours. But then again, that's always packed too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing about our area, man. Whenever a restaurant opens and it is 24 hours, it
Yeah.
takes months
Yeah,
for it to go back down. Like
like yeah,
they're gonna open a Texas Roadhouse here soon.
yep.
I'm never gonna go eat there until like a year after it opens because that bitch is gonna be
We already
packed.
said like yeah, we're gonna wait
Packed.
like at least 2 months like to
You can.
go.
So here's what I would suggest to you guys. Because I'm on like Weight Watchers TikTok. Like, I don't know what's the Fit Talk, I guess. I don't know
Yeah.
what the term is, but like, I'm seeing a lot of healthy recipes and stuff like that, and there's one TikTok that I got where it's like, yeah, I don't feel like meal prepping this week, so I just ordered a bunch of Texas Roadhouse. um in terms of the macros and everything, like, her order was like, pretty good, pretty healthy.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys don't want to like wait a month or whatever, and you just want your Texas Roadhouse, I suggest just ordering online like the family pack and taking that shit home.
Yeah, I did that last time I was in Del
Oh.
Rio
Yeah.
because that's the closest one is in Del Rio, and I just every now and then I go out to Del Rio because I'll go to like the card stores and the comic stores over there just to something different. I'll go out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I had brought home. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna call my family see if they want dinner. Like, I'm just gonna bring home dinner. I mean, yeah, it's an hour drive, but like, fuck it, it'll be fine. And I did that. I got the family meal, but I got the chicken tenders instead
Yeah.
of the barbecue chicken or the steaks, mainly because I was like, you know what? This is just a lot easier. And also, I didn't realize your parents were at my house when I ordered too. I was like, oh hey, what's up? I brought dinner. Here it is. But yeah, no. So all the new restaurants here, but I did find out there's a guy that makes Korean food and sells it at his house.
Oh yeah, you guys were telling me that.
Yeah, so like that's gonna be
Yeah.
my next order. I want to order from that guy, see what it's like. We'll see how it is. But everybody kind of in town does that. And one thing that I do know that whenever we go to San Antonio is we always eat Asian food, and people ask me, why do you always eat Asian food and only Asian food? Because I live in Mexico, bro. Like, I eat nothing but tacos, tortas, gorditas, all that shit, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. I love it. I'll still eat that till the day I die. Just every now and then I want something different, and I really do like Asian food. So that's one thing that we always eat while we're out there. One of my favorite things. That's what
Damn.
we'll always eat.
Yeah. Honestly, it was even when I would go to like San Antonio for like PAX or San Japan, and I was still living in Eagle Pass, I would also just get Asian food. And like when you go to the cons, you're downtown and you don't want to leave because like there's still shit, but like I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So we would just go to the mall and get mall Chinese food.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't been to our Chinese buffet in a long time. I don't even know if it's still good.
Oh man, I was craving it like super hard Thursday before the trip. I was like, man, I should probably just go to the Chinese buffet that's up the road here.
Oh, that fucking horrible place.
You're still no wait. I'm still clean. It's never gotten me.
Hasn't gotten you, man.
Yeah.
It fucked me up, bro.
I think I got out of that one okay. Also,
Yeah, Mark's been back and it didn't get him, so I don't know what you guys ate, bro. But
No, it's just at the time when we went, like I'll do my like fasting and my cleanses, and then I'll end up going back to go eat the horrible shit that I'm not supposed to, and I overdo it. That's it. All it is for me is just I overdo it. That's all this one. Because sometimes I won't eat all day. When I know we're gonna go do something, we're gonna go eat. I won't eat all fucking day. And then when we go eat, I'll just fucking stuff myself and it's like, oh, I'm gonna go pay for this in about 10 minutes. Totally worth it.
But
That's just because I'm a fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Bro, I mean, I was surprised I was able to move after Black Bear. I was like, oh god,
dude. I ended up passing out in the car for a little bit when y'all went to Spirit, bro, because I was like, man, I gotta go take a nap, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go take a fucking nap because I'm just tired. I'm out. I gotta take a nap in the car.
To fill in the viewers, we went to a Spirit Halloween store because try to see if we could find like a Halloween costume, and we were in there for a good while. And we bump into Jay, and it's like, "Hey, where's Paco?"
I just gotta go take a nap. I was like, you know what? I'm tired.
Dude,
I want to go take a fucking nap.
We split up. Like we were like Jay's like, "Oh, okay, I'll look on the right side of the store. You guys look at the left side, and we'll meet at the back." So we split up. We meet up at the back. It's like, no, he's not here. Dang, what the hell? And then 5 minutes later, I get a text from Jay like, "Oh, he's in the car."
Like at first, I thought because I didn't remember what the entrance like looked like from when we walked into the store, but I knew it had like it was one of those places where like you walk in and then there's a wall like in front of you, so you have to turn. And then there's another door, and that's where the actual store is. So there's like this little hallway of emptiness that doesn't. I thought that maybe they had benches there, and I wasn't paying attention when we walked in. I was like, maybe there's a bench there, and he like sat down on the bench just to like rest for a little bit. So I walked out into that little hallway and I didn't see like any benches or nothing, and I was like, well, I guess he is in the car. Took like one step out the door. I was like, oh yeah, there he is.
But also it was a long day for us. We've been doing a lot of walking around.
Yeah, that was
up and down, going back and forth. I was already tired. And again, mainly because we haven't done that in so long to go do all that stuff. And also, I spent a bunch of money. Oh God, I spent a lot of money. I was like, I was like, dang. And then I'm going to Padre, and I was like, fuck, dude. Yeah, the Japanese store. Because I just go buy a buttload of snacks.
These are my prizes from my snacks.
Oh, from the snacks? Yeah, those are dope.
Oh, you're a machine.
Yeah. I should have bought 2 of these, but it's only like a stick of gum. It's like a stick of gum like the size of the use case sticker. And the giant like card, because I don't even think this is a sticker. What?
No, we bought oh dang, I didn't bring the bottle with me. Japanese Pepsi. And they had this like lemon one, and it really is just Pepsi with like a hint of lemon. Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I mean it's something different, right? But yeah, it was good. But I won't buy that flavor again.
Dude, y'all bought the cookies and cream Kit Kats, right?
Yeah.
I just tried them before we got on. I don't like them that much.
Really?
I know.
I don't. Yeah, I didn't like them that much. I like all the flavors. Every time we go to Austin or San Antonio, we always get like just different flavors. And this is the first one that I'm like, nah, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of it.
Yeah,
Tried it, not a big
just
fan
to
of it.
fill in the viewers that might not know, Japan has different flavors of Kit Kat chocolate bars.
Yes, tons of different flavors, random ass flavors that you wouldn't think, like the wasabi flavored one. I still haven't picked that one up.
I
I don't
haven't
know if
seen
I'm
that one
going to.
around.
I haven't
The
seen that one
matcha
either.
one's really good.
Oh yeah, that matcha one's really good.
I think my favorite one so far has been banana. Like I really like because it tastes like that fake banana.
Yeah,
Like
Mhm.
it reminds me of Mexican gumballs, the totito.
Mhm.
oh yeah.
Yeah. I used to love those gumballs. So to
Um,
me, it just reminds me of those.
So chocolate strawberries is up there as like one of my favorite desserts. So because of that, naturally, chocolate strawberry Kit Kats are gonna be my favorite.
Oh yes.
No, but I also got the cookies and cream Kit Kats. I like them, but mine did
I haven't tried
melt
them yet.
like on the way.
Mine did too. Mine are
Mm.
still melted, and they've been in the house the whole time.
Nah, I threw mine in the fridge because I got home and Mark and Carol were watching fucking House of the Dragons.
Boo.
And I was, like showing off all my snacks. I was like, look, I got Hello Kitty green tea. And I got these like Yusuke Urameshi candies just because I wanted the sticker. But I was gonna offer them a cookies and cream Kit Kat, and when I like tear open the bag and reach for one, it's like, ew, it's gooey. like it didn't leak through the wrapping because they're all
But
individually
you could
wrapped.
tell that.
But
Yeah.
like I squeezed it and I was like, this feels like Stretch Armstrong. Like this is wrong. So I threw them in the fridge, and then I just forgot to offer them. Like I forgot to check on them again until like this morning. I was
Yeah.
like, wait.
One of the things that I love to buy whenever we're in any of the Asian stores, whether they be the Korean or the Japanese stores, I love buying all the different chip flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually that and the drinks are the ones where I probably spend the most money, because I usually spend when I'm there about anywhere between $60 to $100 on a shitload of snacks, and that'll last me quite a while. Like I don't need them right then and there, y'all. I promise.
Yeah.
Like I spread them out, but yeah, that's usually one of the greatest things I buy when I'm there.
Yeah, I
Is
spent
those.
like around $30, and I didn't like
Same.
get too much.
Yeah, we didn't get that much either. The ice cream, the mochi, was probably like the most expensive thing we bought. It was like
That was really
$8
good mochi too.
for like the 6 mochi roll. Yeah, they were really good. They were. We bought ramen, like spicy ramen, to make, and we had that for lunch today.
Mm-hmm.
And holy crap, that thing was spicy, and I was warned that it's really spicy. So because of that, I only put half of the spice packet.
Mm.
God damn it! If that was only half, I don't want to know what the full unleashed.
Was it the black metal ramen?
It wasn't. It had the chicken on it, but it wasn't. It wasn't the one you're thinking of. I know the one you sent me the video. It wasn't that one. It was also in a black bag, and I think it was a chicken on it, or it might have just been like a little like cartoon guy. But there is like a guy on there like spitting fire, because of how hot it is.
Yeah.
If it's in a black bag,
I think it's like
it's gonna be spicy.
I think it was like bulldog.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Bulldog.
I think it was that one.
If that's how you say it, if we say it and you're offended, I'm so sorry.
I have no idea what we're saying.
I can barely speak both my native languages. I can barely speak Spanish and I can barely speak English.
I was trying to read like the Hello Kitty tea bags because it had like 2 ways of making it. And I was like, well, one is pretty blatantly obvious because it's just like, the normal way. Like you heat up water and you put tea bag in there. Like you can tell from the pictures. But then there was this other one at the bottom. And I'm like, why are there 3 pictures involved? What the fuck's going on here? And I was trying to like decipher it, so I just used the Google Translate app with like the camera function. Apparently, you can also make it cold brew, and that's what it was explaining to me.
Ooh.
But I couldn't read it.
All right, and it is on that note that we will wrap things up here for this episode. So let us know what things you buy when you go to the comic shops, or if you have any other travel stories. And when you travel, what do you shop for?
Here's a good one. What are your late night snack options, or like late night restaurants that you go to? Yeah.
Do you put eggs in your ramen?
I'm about to.
Yes.
All right, but yeah, just there's a comment telling us what you thought about this episode. Just let us know, and we will read it out in the next one. But until then, we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Peace.